Okay, we're talking about multiplying fractions today, but here are word problems. So they're more application, more real world, if you will. So recipes is how we use fractions quite a bit in the real world. So the recipe calls for 3 3/4 cup of flour. We did this a lot last week. How much flour is needed to make half the recipe? So half of 3 3/4. So what operator are we going to use? Half of would be?
Division.
Would be?
Division.
Half of. What is of?
Multiplying.
Multiplying. Because remember, when we divide something, we get more of something. When we divide by a fraction, we actually wind up with more. You know, half of 1 is 2. You get 2 halves, don't you?
Yes.
So if we go half of, we're going to get less of something. So 3 3/4, 3 3/4 times a half. What do you have to do first?
You have to change the mixed number.
From a mixed number to a improper fraction. So 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3 more is, so that equals 15 fourths, and you need half of that. So 1 times 15, and 15 is 5 times 3, so we're not going to be able to simplify anything. Because if you've got only an odd on top and evens on the bottom, you're not going to be able to simplify. To get an odd number, you have to have an odd times an odd. There would be no evens involved. So 5 times 1 is 15. 4 times 2 is 8. How many 8s in 15?
1.
1. With how many left over?
7.
7. So 1 7/8 cups of flour will be needed to make the recipe. How do you get to 7/8? I didn't give you a 7/8 cup, did I? No. Well, I'll tell you something. There are 16 tablespoons in a cup of flour. So how many tablespoons would you need to make 7/8 cup? If there's 16 tablespoons in a cup of flour, how would you get here? Half would be half a cup. 8 would make half a cup. What would make 7/8 cups?
14.
14. Perfect.